Oppress. Dan op. He was oppressed by the heavy burden of responsibility. Optimum. Tu. In all work, the optimum is difficult to achieve. Opulent. Sang trng. Timothy was fortunate in having met and wed an opulent widow. Opus. Lamvik. Her most important opus will be performed at Albert Hall next week. Oracle. Li Tian Tri. He insists on consulting his oracle before making any final decision. Oration. Ka Tng. Bentley delivered a long oration on the future of the economy. Orb. Kwku. The golden orb of the sun sank into the sea. Ordeal. Th Thoch. She never fully recovered from her ordeal at the hands of the kidnappers. Orgy. Thok Lon. The journalist represented the Earl's party as a wild orgy. Orient. D with stroke nhhng. The grass was sown with orient pearls. Orthodox. Chan thng. The orthodox view is that he was killed by an assassin acting on his own. Oscillate. Dao D with stroke ng. The needle is oscillating between the safe and danger marks. Ostensibly. Bean Goi. Ostensibly. He was visiting his aunt, but we all know he went to see Stella. Ostentation. Fa trng. His clothes are elegant without ostentation. Ostracize. Tai Che. Marcus has been ostracized at the club ever since the court case. Outcast. BBV. In 1946, Europe swarmed with outcasts. The detritus of the war. Outcry. CHNGD. The public outcry against terrorism was heard around the world. Outlandish. Kai D. Those youngsters wear the most outlandish hairdos you have ever seen. Outlast. Ko Day. Considering her condition, it seems doubtful that she will outlast her husband. Outlay. Tu say. The city council refused to approve the outlay for a new swimming pool. Outlying. Ngoi Lai. In those days it took weeks for the news to reach the outlying parts of the empire. Outpouring. Agravo. This writing appears to reflect the outpourings of his soul. Outrage. PHNN. Wherever there is war there is misery and outrage. Outright. TRNVN. The Duke is the outright owner of the property. Outset. Ki-do. Had you let them know who you were at the outset, this wouldn't have happened. Outskirts. Vingoi. The university is on the outskirts of the city. Outstrip. VT Rongoi. Bannister again outstripped everyone in the race. Ovation. Rio MNG. At the conclusion of the concerto, The pianist was given a standing ovation. Overall. CHTLNG. The children were overawed by their father's slightest sign of displeasure. Overbearing. Hong Hodge. His temper was harsh and severe. His manner haughty and overbearing. Overhang. Dedi. His life was overhung by the threat of blackmail. Overhaul. Zemli. The car engine needs to be thoroughly overhauled. Overlap. XPCHNG. Note how the upper tiles overlap the lower to keep the rain out. Overstate. No equa. They might have overstated the problem by asking for a 24-hour police guard. Overt. Concave. Moving the troops to the border may be considered an act of overt hostility. Overture. D with stroke NGH. While they were winning, they rejected all peace overture. Overwrought. Qua sc. Some of the Victorian houses were characterized by overwrought gingerbread decoration.